All right, so we just cut off, but we're gonna just we was talking about thanking Poland Springs for you know the things they did.
Yeah,
You know, if you would have just chose to just not give up and not what could have happened.
I want to ask you a question
But
though.
yeah.
I want to ask you a question and be like, I have this thing where it's called an aim. I have an aim in life, and
Mhm.
I have aspirations, inspirations, and motivation.
Mhm.
So I want to ask you, what is your aspirations? What is your inspiration? What is your motivation?
So my aspirations, I'd say my aspirations is yeah, I'd really like in terms of life, I want that luxury of living freely when it comes to money. Like I don't want the it's not more of the money, it's more of the freedom that comes with it. Like you
Yeah,
said from that post, I want that for sure in terms of money. And in terms of things I have, I want the nice house. I'm not really like yeah, I want a mansion. I would want a mansion, but at the same time, I don't need a mansion because
yeah,
what I'm gonna do with all that space,
yeah,
honestly. And if I have a family, yeah, I'm gonna need a little bit more space. But if it's just me and my wife, like a good size house, like this house, I wouldn't say like a house like this, even if it
mm,
was like together, but like a little bit of bigger. Like
mm.
I want that type of house where I could, the
Just
luxury,
be
like a dream
comfortable.
house of, the pool, the weight
Yeah,
room. I
yeah,
want that.
yeah.
That's
I
what I
got you.
want. Um, and then in terms of cars, yeah, I like cars. So that's my biggest thing is cars. And in terms of money, yeah, I wear chains. Yeah, I have a little bit of luxury things, but that's more of things that I bought for myself
Mm.
because I just I bought it for myself because I deserved it, and I don't really spend money on myself like
Yeah,
that. But my biggest thing is in terms of that money is I don't like to be flashy. Like that's another thing. Like yeah,
it's very
it comes
dangerous.
off as that.
It's a dangerous game.
It is a dangerous game, and it comes off as that because I do wear the things sometimes. But honestly, I don't like it. I don't like
Yeah,
doing that. But that's in terms of my aspirations. That's that. The next one was inspirations.
inspiration.
My biggest inspirations, I'd say, is my grandparents,
Yeah,
for sure. Like I lost my grandparents at a young age. I
sorry
said
to hear
that.
that.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. And I lost them at a young age, and it's something that the things they did, it's like it's crazy. Like the things I don't even know. Like it's like you can't even speak the words of the things that they did.
Mm-hmm.
Unimaginable things. My grandma would give back. There was a point in my life where my grandma, she was supposed to pass when my mom was 4,
Mm-hmm.
and then she ended up passing when I was 4. But
Yeah,
when around that time, it was around my mom's time before, she made a decision. She made a deal with God, like yo, I'm gonna give back to the people. I'm gonna make this bread and make this food for the festival, the
yeah,
Portuguese festival, a big Portuguese festival out here in Connecticut at the Portuguese church. Is not the same anymore, but they still have it. But that's what
yeah,
she did, and
yeah.
then she ended up not passing until I was 4. So that's something that like God did that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's something with them. My grandpa, on the other hand, he was a hard worker. He worked every day till the last day. Like
Yeah,
every day outside, I was with him in the last couple summers of his life,
mm-hmm.
and I aspire to be like them.
Yeah,
Really be like them because they're special. And also, besides that, that's just the working, the giving back, and then the last thing is my mom.
yeah.
She was the one in the family who she followed her dreams. She
Mm-hmm.
did her dreams. It's like she literally accomplished her dreams.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my last thing when it comes to inspiration is my mom because I don't know if you know, but so her dreams was to be in the music industry and
Yeah.
do that, and that's what she did. She went out there. She got an internship with, I forgot if it was Def Jam or one of those
Mm-hmm.
music industry companies. She got an interview, and there was like a whole bunch of people. Out of all the people, she was the one to get it. Out of There was only like 100 slots out
That's
of like
what's up, man.
2,000 or whatever it
That's
was.
what's up.
But she did that, and she
Yeah,
followed her dreams.
yeah.
And I have a song where I mentioned that
Mhm.
In the song. I know you
Mhm.
like music too. We got to
Yeah,
get
I
into
got
that
it.
too
Yeah, I
in
got
another
music.
a whole nother
Yeah,
conversation,
yeah,
a whole nother video. But that's my biggest inspiration because she followed her dreams, and I just want to be like, it's like all those things and one. I want to follow all
I
that.
could see you taking after that. That's
Yeah.
another thing that she implemented in you that you probably
hmm
didn't even realize,
Yeah,
or probably
yeah.
you did, but yeah, you
Just
took
haven't
after
really
her.
thought it out like that. But
Yeah,
I've been realizing it now is something big because after that trip, I realized that, and
yeah.
at my most recent trip, I realized that. But yeah, for sure.
I
And then what
think
was the
the last one was
last
motivation.
motivation? My motivation, that's crazy because I was thinking about this earlier today, is my motivation is just to work to get that life of, I'd say, like that life where I could provide for my family, like to
Yeah,
have that not only generational wealth, but to be in a position where we don't gotta struggle.
yeah,
You
that's a
know,
fact.
there's something that in the past a lot of our families we've been constantly. I mean, we growing, we getting better each and every day,
Yeah,
and we getting better each family. But I want to really be that person to end the cycle of repetition, like different repeated
break that
circumstances and situations.
generational wealth curse.
Yeah, break that out because we got things like dealing and selling drugs.
Yeah,
We got alcoholism. We got a
yeah,
whole bunch of things,
yeah,
smoking, all that.
that's a fact.
And I just want to be that person to sit there and be like, yo, I did that. I'm the reason that this thing stopped, and
Yeah,
I'm the reason that we live in the life that we all knew we could live. We just
yeah,
never really put that time. That's my motivation, is getting that life.
yeah. That's. I would have said that from my aspiration
Okay.
is to.
Yeah, it's kind of like the same.
Yeah, it's all kind of the same thing, but
It-
it gets broken down in like sub levels. So I
definitely.
would say like my aspiration would be just creating that different lifestyle for my family.
Okay.
Like I wanna, it's a lot of this could be for me. Like I'm doing it because I want to do it, and this is one of my dreams of making a better life for my family. But I do it. I really do it for them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really do it for my nieces and nephews. I got a whole lot of nieces and nephews that are not of age to work, but I don't want them to grow up and have to go through a 9 to 5 and be struggling, and not really say struggling because you never know. All my nieces and nephews might turn out to be millionaires on their own, but I want to be able to give them that life and show them something that they could feed off of. Like my uncle that's my uncle right there. My uncle got 50 million followers. My uncle a billionaire.
And not only that, give them what they didn't have when he was growing up.
Yeah.
I got you.
So that's my aspiration, putting my mom in a place where I could retire her, making sure my dad good,
Facts.
making sure my brothers and sisters good, and my cousins good. Like that's all. That's my aspiration, is to make sure that I can give my family a different trajectory. Even the family, my unborn family, my kids, and even my girlfriend family, my future wife family.
sure.
Just making sure that everybody that I come across that deserve what I could give them, I want to make sure I could give that to them.
For sure.
And
No
even
doubt.
with the what was
inspiration.
it? Inspiration. My inspirations come from like Kobe, come from my mentors. Like I have a lot of mentors that probably they don't even know that they mentoring me. Like I got millionaire mentors. They don't know they mentoring me. But shout out to Cole, R.I.P. Kobe. Shout out to Nipsey. Like I'm upset that he died. After he died, I got into his music. But dude, in his interviews speak a lot more to me than his music do. And I'm like, yo, shout out to Troy and Rashad from Earn Your Leisure. Shout out to Ian Dunlap, the master investor. Like, I have mentors, bro. Shout out to Rick Ross. Like, I got millionaire mentors. And shout out to my boy. He don't even, this is a CT brand. Will, what's it called? Will HBK. But he got a clothing brand too. It's called the Wavery Clothing. Hard, bro. Dude don't even know I be on his page just watching how he do things. I'm like, yo, going up. Dude going up, and I love to see it because I was just at the park with this. I don't know if you remember this, but I do. But I was just at the park with him hooping with him and my boy Thomas. It's like to see what he doing now is like so inspirational. I try to, whenever I can, just be like, yo, bro, I see what you're doing. Keep going, bro. Like, shout out to dude. Like, I got a lot of people that don't even know that they mentor me. And I'm eating everything up. I'm eating it.
Yeah.
And I just follow. If you go on my social media, you'll be able to follow mad people that can help you change your life. I haven't tapped into everything right now, but I have a lot of ways I could go that if I was ready to talk about real estate, I got people that can educate me on real estate from the T. I got people that can educate me on investing in myself and investing in stocks from the T. So it's like, I'm just in that. That's my inspiration. It's just like the people that are doing it, because success leaves clues, bro, and so does failure.
Yeah. And then the last one was
Motivation. My motivation, just my family.
All right, so we ended off at motivation and family being your motivation.
Yeah, my family is probably the biggest motivation for me, and that goes for my girlfriend's family, that goes for my friends, that goes for the people that I love, that goes for everybody that is around me that poured into me. That is my motivation to do better, to not sit on what God gave me, my gifts that God gave me. And yeah, of course I aspire to do nice things and luxury things, but the motivation is the people that laid the foundation for me. So that's what it is for me.
So yeah, so that's a big thing, is the foundation, and also building your own foundation, keeping that foundation built.
Hell yeah.
And continue to build it, because you may have to like, something may have got damaged, and you may have to fix that portion and just continue to build.
Hell yeah.
Continue to grow. All right, thank you for being on this podcast and taking your time. And
my pleasure.
Thank you for all that. We're gonna continue this podcast. We're gonna continue it, and we're gonna have We're gonna have Linda.
Yeah.
We're gonna have you, and we're trying to get Jose on it, and we're gonna try and continue that. But thank you. We'll definitely see you soon.
My pleasure.
And thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see y'all in the next video.
All right.